saying Igbos, Yorubas, you understand? So when you're trying to make a point on this issue of cattle entering farms, or maybe issues between the farmers and the herders, we should learn to put it in right context. The issue is between farmers and herders, not between Fulanis. Because if you say Fulanis, you have millions of Fulanis in Nigeria. Right. We are not. You understand what I'm saying?
If I may add to that, please, can I say let Nigeria understand. Hold on, please. Don't let us. I just want to keep things on. I'm from the West. Sorry, please. Hold on.
Doctor, can you? Yeah, please. I'm very sorry. Like, doctor, you have 10 seconds. Do you want to respond to it real quick so we can go to Fearless? He's been here for too long, so I'm very sorry. Just for 5-10 seconds, please.
Myself?
Yeah, doctor.
You know, I'm talking now. I'm not going to my point.
I'm not. No, I just want you before you go to your point.
Just 5 seconds, please.
Yes, not all these S-men that are Nigerians. Just take that.
Okay, thank you so much.
They are not all Nigerians.
All right.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Can you wrap up so we can go to
thank you. Basha, you told me that they are elders, something like that. Though I've not, I don't know if it's Okay. I'm going to, let me just say it as the nomadic Fulanis in Nigeria. Nomadic means people that move rear cattle from one position to from places to places. Let me just say the word, the nomadic Fulanis in Nigeria. Let me be specific with that. Now the nomadic
and that's not correct. You are using the wrong word.
It's a wrong word. They are
somebody is saying pastoralist. Just go ahead with your point.
I think you should Google or check the meaning of the herdsman first.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me write it now. Okay, now the cattle rearers in Nigeria, majority of them are Fulani. Year over year they are Fulani. Now, I don't know where these people are getting their audacity from and the passion they use in committing devilish crime. You just see somebody will invade somebody's community. Many of them, let me just say about the larger population of them, they will invade people's community. They will rape. Are you not seeing? They will rape children, kill villages, rape villages, destroy their farmland. So this particular set of people that we are all talking about, that they are the one taking. They are part of people taking Nigeria backward.
Okay, you just asked the question. You asked for the audacity.
But when the answer
No, please.
Can I say something to correct?
Yeah, let me just respond to him, please. Just real quick, just 2 seconds. Okay?
No, say let's.
Yeah, so we understand. Let's assume maybe the Fulani people are the ones doing that. Yes, the Fulani people. Since you want to use the word Fulani, okay, let us say the Fulani people. So what does that got to do with the people that got unalive 3 days ago? They're not even Fulani. So what can you see about they are not even Fulani and they don't have no cows, they don't have anything, they don't have any history of going into the farm of people and eating crops. So what can you say about them getting alive?
Okay.
They are innocent.
All right. Okay. First of all, nobody is supporting you.
What can you say in
wait
that
now? Wait, you relax, Barrister. Please relax. I'm sorry, just relax. See, nobody is supporting any human being to unalive another human being. It is not acceptable anywhere. No religion, no country accepts it. So what something must have triggered those people to take that action. They cannot just one human being will not just come aside and say they want to start killing somebody. Why? They are not mad. Because of what has been going on in that community.
Wait, will not be. I say use spy.
Okay. No, those people, what led to that is because of what has been going on in that particular community. I have gone to that community to work. I've gone to that community to work before. When I got there, I saw people running out inside from villages. So because I'm a construction worker, There's a particular building we are building in that uromi, and all of a sudden, as we are walking, we begin to run. Why are we running? They said some aboki, we call them aboki, they are chasing people from their farm. That was the reason. Now those people were transferring gun. Let me not even go there, because if I say something that if I should go let me just say, if I say something that concerning the unaliving of those 60 persons, I really don't want to go there, but that just
okay, don't go there. Thank you very much.
But you
Mr.
just
Fearless,
said that. Yeah, but you just said that something must have triggered them. But you're in as well, the Allah minty there. So you just said that something must have triggered them. So
Yes.
you will commit a crime and then I'll go and unalive your brother. The same that. Exactly. That's exactly what happened. Those innocent people did not do anything. Besides, they have laws over there. There are police people over there. Why can't they go and report to the police so the police can do whatever they want to do about investigation? So why would you come to my house? Your brother offended me, then I will unalive you. That's not okay.
What she means, what she's telling you is that there is no justification for taking a life.
Yes, no
Absolutely.
justification.
There is no justification.
Okay,
so if we are trying to get a solution, like we said, let's bury the machete. There is no point going backward.
I'm sorry for cutting you short again. Please,
Mr. Fearless wants to say something.
Yeah, you have 30 seconds to round up though.
Wait. Now, the way you people are pushing, I like the agility that the Northerners, most especially the I don't know if I can call it the Hausa or the Fulani, though I'm not okay. I like the way that these people are pushing the narrative. But when they borrowed, they unalive the borrowed. Why did
we're not talking about the borrowed?
It's okay. Barrister,
Thank you so much. We have Fearless next. We have Fearless next. Fearless, can you unmute yourself?
I'm
Welcome. Thank you for
everyone. I have been listening. I'm a patient kind of person. You know,
thank you.
I had to go to work the other day, tomorrow or some hours now.
Yeah, we do apologize for not letting you talk on time.
I'm joining people from Quebec, Canada. So I just go to TikTok and I met the conversation. I was like, I've not even watched any video about it, you know. So I was just hearing the stuff on news and what people are saying, right? So I just want to clarify my brother that was dropped. I don't know, I will call him my brother because he's a Nigerian. There is difference between Fulani and Hausa. Fulani is an ethnic group. They're everywhere. I have them here in Canada with me, from Guinea, from Mali. They are just ethnic group. So don't misquote those things that Fulani and Hausa. No, they are not the same thing. I don't know if I'm wrong. I'm always ready to be corrected. I will accept the correction.
It's okay, just continue.
Well,
Continue.
Continue. I mean, it's two different things, but I think we decided to call ourselves like one. You know, Hausa Fulani is one. Yeah. Because me, myself, I'm Hausa Fulani. So.
Okay, wait. Let me tell you something. Let me educate you from what I know also.
No, you cannot educate me on my identity. Rather, I can educate.
You are not unknowing. You're not unknowing.
About myself? I know better than you do about myself.
Wait.
I never talked to you. I was
Fearless. You're on point.
I was correcting.
I can't tell. Loba musike so si I edi.
Barista, but she carry, in your carry, then we can correct him.
Okay, go ahead, fellas.
Yeah, I'm willing to accept correction. So I'm talking about what I know. Now, what happened?
It's okay. Let him continue, please.
What happened of recent, I've not watched any video of it, and I've 100% discriminated and go against it. It's not done. You don't have the power to give your life. Equally, you don't have the power to take one.
A life.
You understand? You don't have the power to give, and you don't have the power to take. So why would you people do such? which is very wrong. Let me introduce myself. I'm from Benin, from the royal family. And I've not come to TikTok to deliberate on issue like this, but this one touched me. You know why I say it touched me? Because I watched, beside this one, I watched other platform where some of you people, I sympathize with you people though, because it's not easy. It's very painful to lose a brother. It might happen to me tomorrow. It might happen to anyone. You understand? So I was very pissed off, and I had to call, like, which people did this? Because they were saying after the Eid Mubarak, me also, I was once a Muslim. So let's leave a lot of story aside. You understand? So I always, sometimes I do Ramadan. I always celebrate with my Muslim family here in Quebec, Canada, you know. But when I heard this story, I was very pissed off. And I was trying to ask questions. And I saw a platform. They said they're going to invade Benin. I was like, invade Benin for what? The Benis, they are very accommodating. You know? So I tried to find what happened, who did it. And they said, it is Uromi. And you people will bear me witness that you might have had it for some times, that the Esan people, they were having issue with the Benin people. They said they are not Benin, where the Igbos were supporting them. If you read the comment section, I've made the statement that this thing that happened, it wasn't perpetrated by the Benis, it was perpetrated by the Igbos that are trying to make the Isha have, like, to say they're free, they're waking up. Listen, I'm coming.
This is the problem. No, please, Basiru, permit me 1 minute. Permit me 1 minute. No. This your comment is what is causing division in this country.
Now you listen. Let me round up.
Speak something. You are just because it's not Benin. No. It is not condemnable.
Let me round up now. When you were talking, I didn't obstruct you. I'm going to somewhere. When you were going to somewhere, I didn't obstruct you, my sister.
Just make it snappy, sir.
No, that's quite wrong. We are looking for a way forward. They are here instigating some things. You don't know.
Please. No. When you were talking, I didn't obstruct you.
Go ahead, please. Just make it snappy, sir. Sorry.
Just 10 seconds. Nide, Bashir, I'm leaving now. I'm leaving now. Thank you for having me.
Okay, well, let me just drop my last statement.
I wish Nigeria the best.
Barista. No, Barista.
Yeah, I'm trying to leave. Yes.
Okay, hold on, madam. Barista, let's take few comments, then you can go, because Sedi is not around, and I think you're the main moderator. So that when we just round up briefly, we can just everybody go out sleep. So let's if he has finished, if Fearless has finished, let's go to AD. AD has a very important thing to talk about.
They're missing me now. They're missing me.
What do you want to say? Baka.
Please, you locked my comment section. I don't know why. I don't know who locked it. Sorry.
No, I don't know what we'll do, madam, just hold on. I understand what you want to say. Yeah, I understand what you want to say is about the issue of difference between the Benin and the Asians and what have you. Okay, now that is noted. We'll advise everybody that is on this platform, please desist from calling tribe names. That's all. Let's face the problem we have at hand.
Okay, let me just round up in a few seconds. Now, what I was driving at, she obstructed me, but no problem. Now, I'm trying to point at that this issue that happened is not in the whole Edo state that supported it. There's a particular state that did it. So if there's going to be a revoke, the revoke should go to them, not to the whole Edo state. That's what I'm saying. That's what I just want to point to us.
Okay, that's very good. But you can be rest assured We are not going for any reprisal attack. We have been able to subdue our people. We have elders in our communities, and no matter how aggrieved we are not going to use wrong to correct another. I mean, we are not going to use wrong to correct another wrong. We are not going to be caught doing that in God's name. So that is not something we plan to do. So please,
that just be the reason I've been here, just to make people understand.
No, that is just social media brouhaha. We don't have any intention of doing that. We are just calling for justice. That's just what we are calling for.
So I don't have
all right, thank you very much.
I want to say something to him. You see, the issue we have here is people trying to defend themselves and putting up other people. You see, we don't have humanity at heart. That is just the problem.
Madam, listen.
Oh, please, you finish talking. I'm talking to the general house. I'm talking to the general house. Okay. We are here trying to find solution to the problem. Now, it appears that you are trying to protect your beneath set of people, the place you are coming from, and putting up uromi and the remaining other people to say if they are going to be. You see, Nigerians, we need to wake up. We need to understand that we are human beings. We need to understand that we are brothers.
Okay, it's okay, madam. We've understood that, and everybody should be rest assured. The crime was committed against us and the whole country. We are not going to take any reprisal, but we are going to take every step legally, constitutionally available to us to seek for justice. That will do, but not reprisal.
But I'm so sorry. I'm not denying what you are saying, what you have said, but really, Northerners, first of the problem, since at the beginning, our people, what they are saying, they mean it. But now we are seeing government is doing the needful thing. They are trying to take the legal actions to hold those are responsible on this heinous crime. So really now our people are calm. But yes, at the beginning, really our people, they mean it. But now really,
we do, but we're not going there now.
Really,
we're not going there now. So let's go to Mr. Adi, so that we'll round up, because she wants to leave and the owner of the house is not available. So definitely we all have to go and have a night rest.
Okay, thank you, Malam Bashir. Thank you so much. I saw your message. Thank you so much. Barrister, you're doing a good job. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. In fact, a lot of work has been put in place, a lot of energy, a lot of conversations, and is yielding results. I want to appreciate each and every one of us. So much energy has been put. Thank you very much. One thing I want to say also to the previous speakers is this. You see, when a wound for one is a wound for all, we have missed that in the country. And now I think this situation is shaking our existence entirely to put us into this perspective. And I thank God, because every problem that comes is not just to divide us, but it's also an avenue for us to correct past mistakes and to forge ahead. So far, I know Nigerians, we are becoming more enlightened, and we are now understanding the core value of what holds our nation together. Unity is becoming paramount now and very clear to everybody. And I want us to remember that these crimes we are hearing about, these things happening, they are happening in every advanced countries. In America, we have banditry, they are there. They are doing all these things that we are seeing here. But one thing is this: Nigerians, we should not be divided. We must not be divided. Calling tribes, calling this sect or this sect, we are all one. We are all one. Because whatever, if we are not guided, if we allow anything to go out of hand, everybody will be affected. Everybody. And there's no price to which you can take peace for. So please, I want us to understand the complexity of our nation and the fragility of our nation. And we'll put hands together, because we are forging ahead, and Nigeria, we are going to have a good progress if we continue in this manner.
I want to stop here by thanking every one of us, and let's be in good spirit and keep pushing. Aluta continue. I'm Victoria Asata. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Edi. Thank you very much. I don't know, is there anybody that needs to talk so that we can allow Barrister to go and sleep?
No, I would like to say something. Bashar, always there is a lot of people they used to hide behind under the umbrella of the crime that are used to committed into that part of the country, which means southeast. Always they are saying that herders are there, destroying their farmlands, raping their women, which they have not proved. If you ask them to prove it, nobody can deny it. We know that herders, even at the north, they used to destroy faithful farms. Nobody can deny that. And also, it's not all herders are doing it. And also, we have to know that it's not all herders are Fulani. In Nigeria, we have different ethnicities which are herders. They are rearing cattle inside the bushes. Like, for example, Fulani, Arab, they are there. And also, if you went nearby border with Chad and Cameroon, there is one ethnicity are there. They used to come from Central Africa, Chad, Cameroon, across into Nigeria. So it's not only Fulani are rearing the cattle. We have to know that. And also, all this heinous crime, always we are hiding under the umbrella of them, saying Fulani are committing. Nobody can deny that Fulani herders are used to destroy people farms. Nobody can deny it. And also, it's not nobody can justify it. We are against it, and also we are not with them in that case. But to say they are raping your women, we know, everyone who knows Fulani culture, who know the way we behave as a Fulani, that is not in our DNA, raping a woman. We didn't heritage it, and also there is not something sort of that behavior in Fulani lineage. So you have to change this mindset to say that Fulanis are there raping your women. That is not in our DNA. We didn't heritage it. And also it is very difficult to catch Fulani men are committing such like a crime. Please, you have to change another way, but whomever not Fulani, he will deny it. If you tell him this kind of story, he will deny it. He will reject it. He can't accept it. So we didn't heritage, we didn't have that in our DNA. And also, most of the crime are used to committed there are committed by your people, but you are always trying to attach that crime to Fulanis, because even a couple days ago, your people have been caught with crime that I don't want even say it here on TikTok, because maybe it may cause problem to the house. So
I'm the one
all that crime is your people are committing. They are the one who are used to kidnap your people, go and unalive them, do cultism with them, do a lot. They are cannibals. All you see.
Good morning.
Always
it's all right. It's okay. I'm the one.
Yeah, I don't generalize. Yeah.
I'm not trying to generalize. I'm not trying to generalize. But
because we're closing.
Please.
Let's go to.
Good morning. Can we say something?
Yes, go ahead. Say something. We're almost
good morning to you.
Good morning.
What I want to say is that the problem we are having in Nigeria mostly is discrimination among tribes. You understand? You see, the government also have their own parts to play. We citizens have our own part to play. The problem is that we don't love ourselves. You get? I don't see the reason why a human being will see another human and derive joy to kill the person. It doesn't make sense. Okay, to buy the person rather. It doesn't make sense to me. See, I used to tell people that there is no state without bad people in Nigeria. If you go to East, we have the bad Igbos. We also have the good Igbos. If you go to the Yoruba land, we also have the bad ones and the good ones. Anywhere you find yourself, you will always see the one that are positive and the one that are negative. You get, but we should not use because of what the bad ones has done against the good ones. Like what happened, what I've been hearing these days, killing of 16 youths, innocent people. It shouldn't be. You get, I'm an Igbo by tribe. I've been in North for a very long time. I can tell you that I have plenty Northern friends that are very good. Do you understand? They can stand for you with their life and say, one now, Mujay, madamwa. Do you get? We have the good ones, we have the bad ones. And Mr. Fearless, with what you said earlier, I don't know if you are still there, that is not a good point. You get, we are trying to at least come to a conclusion or agreement that will help benefit the society, it's either the social media society or outside the world. You get, the thing is that what has happened, it has happened. And we that are living, we should also take correction. We shouldn't extend our anger because of what is happening within our environment, extend anger to the innocent ones. Like he said, that they should attack the people who killed those 16 people. Among the villagers, there are also innocent ones who are not supposed to be, they are not supposed to be harmed because of what others did. Do you get? The thing is that, my own is that, we should try and love one another. You see, this issue of I'm an Igbo person, I'm a Yoruba person, I'm an Hausa person, is the problem we're having in Nigeria. I don't see why you kill your fellow human being that is having the same blood, flesh that you have. Just because the person is bearing Musa and this one is bearing Chukuma, this one is bearing Tokpe, then you say, okay, you guys are not the same. You see, their mentality is the problem we're having in Nigeria. See, some people will say it's government. Actually, government had their own part to play, but we also have our own part to play. We have to understand that we are one. And the moment we understand that, Nigeria will start moving forward. If not, there is nothing anybody is going to do about it or say about it that these things are going to change. Because there are still some people who does not have this sense of human, who believe that, okay, because you've done it, I'm going to retaliate by doing back to you. You get, this kind of things has been happening and it shouldn't be happening. You get, that is just my own. We should stop, we should stop fighting one another.
Amen. Thank you very much for your submission. It's a very good one. Madam, you want to say something? Maybe you close the house for us after you so that we can close up.
Mr. Bashir, you see, when I was talking, I said the problem we have, and everybody is pointing hand, but probably they are not conceptualizing it. Someone said that some of these people who come, some of them are, in fact, the truth is that it is true. We have Chad people, we have people from Cameroon, a lot of them. But the truth is that why we are having this problem we are having today is that some of our people do not know. The same way the Northerners generalize everybody that is from the East down here as Igbos, is the same way these people from the East are generalizing everybody from the North as Northerners. But the truth is that who are the people who are to control migration into this country? Is it not our security people? It is our security people. So I will still stand that because of what our politicians want to gain, they are putting our lives, me and you's life, on the slaughter. They are the ones that let these people migrate so that they will get many votes. And they are the ones using our lives, me and you's life, as playing politics, because they don't want to do some things. They want to get block votes from the North. They are playing politics. We need to hold them accountable. And how do we hold them accountable? We need to start educating our people also that it is not all that glitters that are gold. It is not that person who comes to give you money or promise you heaven and earth or set you against the Yorubas or the Igbos or the Hausas that is the good governance. Let's look at what they have to bring for us to better our lives. If they don't give it to us, let's know that we are going to revolt with our votes. They are the ones playing politics with our lives. They are the ones setting us apart and putting all this hatred and tribalism because they want to keep ruling us with divide and rule, setting us against ourselves so that they will win elections and dominate. That is what we need to know.
Yeah, Madam Etta, sorry, before you go, I would like to also chip in something. Now, let's say holistically, we've been on this life, and I believe this is one of the most productive lives I've been on, and you can bear me witness, at least we have achieved something on this life. I don't know if I'm correct with the three people that are up here, please. Mr. Beta.
Very well.
Very well, thank you. Now, what we want, if it's possible, please and please, I beg everybody that is listening and the ones that are up and the ones that are coming up next time, let's join hands. In TikTok here, social media is a very strong tool we have to push agenda, to pass information, to do good and do bad. Now, if you go to other houses on this platform, you will notice the sense, the division, the hatred that is being transmitted is appalling. And we should take it upon ourselves. Any house we find ourselves in, we should try and correct the narrative of one Nigeria. We are one, and we believe in Nigeria, and we believe Nigeria is going to work. If we correct ourselves, Nigeria will work. Any house that promotes hatred, tribalism, bigotry, we should either boycott that house, or if we have the ability to talk to the people there, let's talk to them and let's stop this madness. Thank you very much. Barrister has gone down. Sedi is not here, and the house is open. I don't have the key. So I believe we'll still be here for the longest until Sedi comes. So probably we can still continue for a little while before he comes.
Oh. Wow.
Go ahead, Mr. Idi. We should bring up some more people.
Okay, no, let me say some little dynamics in this matter.
Yes.
You see, we discovered...
But, Mr. Idi, can I bring up some people, or we should just maintain the house?
But
Okay.
Just wait before you bring them. We will censor those who will come, sir.
No, Taco has the key to the house, so maybe he could come.
Okay, Taco.
So that if I want to go, I'll go. Yeah, Taco is coming.
Taco is good.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you. But sir, please, can you unmute me? I was unmuted in the comments. I was here and I was requesting nobody.
We are hearing you, Taco, already. We are hearing you, Taco.
Okay, let
Can
me
you
do that.
unmute me in the comments? In the comments,
Yeah,
in the
I'm
comments.
doing that. I've done that.
Thank you. And I don't know who did that.
I don't know. Maybe. So let's continue.
Okay.
Let's continue.
Okay, part of what I'm saying is this. You see, yesterday we discovered that some people are using Igbo names. They create new accounts and they are using the names to push, to agitate, like to cause more chaos in the platform. And we understood that and we are able to get that dimension cleared. And also today I perceived another angle again. You see, these, our brothers, they travel all the way from Port Harcourt. They passed through every land in the east and nothing, they were not stopped. It was when they come to Benin here that they were stopped. So if it is Igbo, they have passed all the Igbo lands. You understand? And they now come to this place here that this thing happened.
Thank you, sir.
So we can all see there are dynamics in this issue. So me, one thing I have to take is this. We must not be divided. 30 days ranting that is going on against this government. This is another distraction. It has also a break in it, and we could not achieve that target. So we should not be divided. Our attention should not be divided. We should be in one house. I believe that even the government now, those in power, they are intimidated with the rate at which Nigerians are getting united, and sensitization and campaigns, knowledge are being increased, change behavioral communications are being enhanced. I know they are stretching right now. So I want to keep encouraging people to keep pushing. All we do is
Please unmute this magic. Mute him. Mute
Who is
magic.
that?
He's an idiot that just talks so much hate and so much.
Okay.
I'm getting irritated with him. Just mute him, please.
so Taco, you understand? This is what I'm getting. In as much as we maintain peace and unity, we understood each other and our dynamics, our red lines. We understand that and we keep to it. Even in marriages, I think we have our red lines. In marriages, among couples, we have red lines. So we must maintain that beyond. And sincerely, I have so much hope for this country. And now this matter is making me having so much respect for our people, because now I see we have people, great minds, who are pushing for behavioral change in the north. And if we continue, even when this matter goes down, we must keep this gear on to keep pushing. We need to educate our people. 100%. 100%. Let me stop here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Maybe now you understand what I was saying. You understand totally. They are using us. They are using us.
Just hold on, madam. I think there's Mr. Angel. Mr. Angel, are you around?
Yes, okay, I'm around. The last time I was trying to talk, and all of a sudden I was dropped down. I don't know why I was dropped down, because
exactly. So let me tell you why you were dropped down. Let me tell you. Let me tell you so that we can be guided. First and foremost, we know very well about what happened in the past, the issue of Deborah, and even more that we don't even know. Some we've forgotten, some they've been swept away. We know bad things have happened, and we've acknowledged the fact that yes, bad things have happened. But what we are here for example, we have people here that are coming up, even people that come here with a different mindset. We're able to keep them and we'll move along. We build on it. The issue, anytime we're discussing these things and the issue of Deborah is brought into the picture, it comes in two different dimensions. Either to create chaos or to disrupt the life. Because one, we are not going to bring Deborah back. Whatever happened has happened. And absolutely everybody has learned from what has happened to Deborah. And we are here on this live trying to prevent what has happened to Deborah and a whole lot of people that it has happened to. If we are to open wounds, we are not even going to sit down and be discussing.
Yes,
the best way to forge ahead is to build on. We have a situation now at hand about these 16 people that are unalive. Let's try as much as possible to use this case to end this nonsense going on.
Okay,
mount pressure on our government. That's the reason you're dropped.
Thank you very much. This is all I just want to hear. Because do you know why I was wondering? Because all over my life, this evening I just come back from work. I just say, let me just entertain myself watching live. And each live I'm just any live that just come my way, they are discussing about the issue of this 60 people that are unalive. So it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing at all. I'm also pained because if those people can be somebody that I might be related to in one way or the other, and those people might have.
It's not about they might be related to you. You might be, God forbid, bad thing. Anybody can be a victim. Because let me tell you a scenario before you continue. Let me tell you a scenario. If these people are unalive because they're suspected to be bandits, or because they're suspected to be northerners, or because they're suspected to be Hausa or Fulani, that is the basis of unaliving them. The same thing can happen the other way around. You can imagine if you are a northerner and you are not a Fulani, you are not a Muslim, and you happen to be, for some reason, you happen to be in that vehicle, you are also going to be unalive. Even if you're going to spit Bible out, they will unalive you. And that is what we are trying to preach against. So please round up so that other people can.
Thank you very much. So the reason I'm just wondering is that this thing has been happening since now. Sorry, it's not as if I'm taking us backward or I'm trying to bring out something that's not good in our mind. But I just want to say now this thing has been happening before, like like you said, whether you call them herdsmen or something like that, they have been coming to west and east and been unaliving people. And the way they've been pushing these 16 people that we unalive, it's not the same. No, the Northerners have never come out and say, this thing that is happening in this thing that's happening in the West.
Let me help you out. Let me help you out. Let me help you out. What you're trying to say is that the energy that is being put on the unaliving of these 16 people does not commiserate the previous unalivings that have been happening. I believe that's
thousands of people.
Hold on. I believe that's the argument. Another argument is that this is not when these people of Uromi or any other place have been complaining about the activities of the headsmen. Government did not do anything. There was no outrage. But on these 16 people, now everybody is coming out. Even the government is doing a mount hunt and stuff like that. I believe that's the summary of what you're asking. Now, the answer to that, your question, as far as we on this platform is concerned, is that nobody, and I repeat it, nobody encourages violence, whether it's from my tribe or from my religion or from my whatever. Nobody encourages it. However, you can know and you can testify to this. Crime and criminality has no tribe, it has no religion, and it has no identity of its own. Anybody can be a criminal. I am a Fulani man. The moment I embrace criminality, I have ceased to be a Fulani man. You are a Yoruba man. The moment you embrace criminality,
I'm not a Yoruba man, I'm a Delta man.
No, I'm giving you an instance. I'm giving you an instance. You understand? So crime and criminality should not have an ethnic basis. It should not have an ethnic identity. If you are a criminal, you're a criminal. Now, what happened before with all the cries of these people that have not received the same attention this one is having? Let's put it this way. Yes, it has not received. But now we have a situation at hand that we want to use this situation to make sure things are done right. Government should sit up and do its responsibility. If there is proper government, there will be no need for, what do they call these people? There will be no need for, what do they call this? Vigilante.
Vigilante, yes.
For vigilante. Now, if there must be a vigilante, which is another form of self-policing and is also being debated on in the House of Reps and Senate, if there must be, then this vigilante must be seriously scrutinized, well-trained to avoid mishaps like this. The reason why you see this particular issue of 16 people is gaining more momentum and is hurting more people is because this thing is being done live on TV. Live.
Sorry,
so you can equate it. You know, when I say live on TV, it was recorded and posted live. No matter how much you hear what a criminal has done, you will hear it and it will pain you. But when you watch it, it has a different touch. And that is what we are facing.
You're right, yeah.
This one, it has a different connotation. It has a different thought. And it has raised so many questions. So instead of us to be dwelling on those questions, we need to calm down, bring down ourselves. Let's see how we are going to mount pressure on government. The reason why we keep saying government, it is only government that is saddled with the responsibility to protect life and properties. If I, Bashir, pick up arms in the name of protecting myself or protecting my family, at the end of the day, I am going to commit the same crime or even worse. You understand what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
Fine. So we just need to be very wary of these things. Okay. We that are on social media, we need to be joining lives. We need to be correcting people's personalities, people's assumption. All the lies that are being spread, we need to be correcting it. Yes, sir.
Let me also tell you something. Let me speak something to you. Angel, you see what we do in this platform, okay? There are many things that have been happening, but we are not based our energy on all those happenings in the past and so on. There's always a time for change.
Oh, this is what I want to hear. Thank you very much.
There are crises, pockets of crisis everywhere. And when we are looking at the dynamic of this crisis, if it evolved, the Southerners, they see everyone from the north as Hausa. And in the north, they see everyone from the south as Igbo. So you cannot we cannot underestimate the outcomes of it. So we have to understand this. And in looking at this issue now, what we base on in this platform is two things. Number one, we have a long-term mitigation plan, a strategy to curb this thing in the long run. That's why I made my comment earlier that after this scenario, we should not stop in this our action. We must keep pushing. So we have a long-term mitigation plan and a short-term mitigation plan. So what do we do in the long run? We'll discuss that in 2 weeks' time to come. So for now, what do we do? There's a pressing need right now. We need to stop the mayhem. We need to make sure there is justice so that what? We can curb every possible escalation of this issue. That is it. So when we are talking here, we are talking of the immediate action that need to be taken, not discussing problems. You understand?
Yes. Thank you very much.
What immediate thing should we do? The immediate thing we should do, I think, for every wise citizen of this country is to what? Go out there and condemn the heinous act, number one. Let the government come out in strong terms and let the people of uromi, their leaders, they are gatekeepers who are religious leaders, who are their community leaders, should come out in strong terms and condemn. People should hear them condemning this heinous act. And then we also should propagate the essence of peace, the importance of peace, and also the challenges that comes around with conflict of this manner. I think this is just the message than discussing Fulani, than calling Hausa, and calling Christian, and calling Igbo, and calling Esan, and calling Edo. These things are insignificant.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Yusuf.
Mr. Boss. Mr. Boss is here before you, Dupex. Let Mr. Boss say something.
Okay.
Mr. Boss.
Good morning, Bashir.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Yusuf, Bashir, and everybody. I'm very happy for this issue that you guys have been discussing. I love the way you guys have been preaching for the peace. It has been a long, seeing all these things, nobody is talking about it, but I'm very happy to see you guys preaching and talking about it and preaching for peace and harmony. I'm very happy because sometimes I wonder when people talking about Fulani, this, I'm wondering that is it the same Fulani that I was living with over many years? The same Fulani people I'm living with. Is it the same Fulani people that everybody is talking about? And I hate when people are coming also in this social media platform are using ethnic group of people to just catch crews. To bring in problem to ethnic group is so painful. You see a Nigerian coming up, is just bringing problem. If he's from the or you just want to make Igbo and Hausa fighting, or make Igbo and Yoruba to be fighting. One of our brother who came up here before, trying to say Fulanis are not Fulanis, this and this, this is I'm from Benin and blah blah blah. This is not good. We are looking for solution for what happened, brother. We are looking for solution. What can we do now? How can we bring peace? How can we embrace peace in our country? To make peace to come to our country, not to be calling is from uromi. Okay, you are instigating.
Sorry, please, sorry, sir. Mr. Angel, please mute yourself and Dulux. Please, let's have respect. If somebody is talking, let's mute ourselves.
Thank you, bro. Are you instigating that, okay, it's not Benin people that done this, it's the uromi, it's the Igbo people. Okay, let the Northerners to take war to uromi. Uromi people are still Edo people. They are still your family. They are still Nigerians. So you coming out here, you say you are in Canada. I thought you are educated or you are civilized. You coming up in the social media platform, instigating ethnic war and ethnic problem, making people to fighting each one another. That is not good, brother. It's not a good idea. We are asking for what is the solution, what is the way forward for this matter, for what happened, so that this kind of a thing will not repeat in anywhere in our country, in anywhere in Nigeria. Because we are trying to look for peace in Nigeria, trying to embrace peace, to make everybody, because of the politicians are using ethnic group to make people to be fighting each one another. But still, a lot of us don't know about it. People are still using ethnic mentality. Every day you will see people are fighting in this app, talking about Hausa, talking about the Yoruba, talking about the Igbo, talking about the Guineas. What kind of people is this? Sometimes if I watch it, I watch people talking about this is so painful. You'll be crying. Which kind of country? Because you go to other countries, you see how they are living in peace, living in harmony. Whether it's a Christian, whether it's a Muslim, all these things, we all are serving one God. You see the way the people are living. You'll be happy when you come to your country. You see what is going on in your country. You'll be crying. God, why? Bro, nobody is supporting what happened. But now, what is the way forward? Let's just try to calm this situation down and try to embrace peace and try to, say condolence to the family of those people and try to look for a way forward to make peace to reign in our country. Maybe it's the will of Allah. You want to use these people to bring peace in Nigeria, maybe, because I never see in Nigeria when this kind of a thing happens, people are talking about it or everybody starts pushing forward and media and everybody talking about it. Maybe God want to use these people to bring peace in our country. Maybe, who knows? Nobody knows. But let's us look for a way forward to look for how we will accommodate each one another, love each one another, protect each one another as a Nigerian. Not to be fighting, not to be saying Igbo, not to be saying Hausa or Yoruba or whatever being. This is not good mindset. If we continue with this mindset of this is Yoruba, this is Hausa, this is Igbo, Nigeria will never move forward. That is my own opinion.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Oga, for your submission. So I believe before somebody speaks, it will be very wise and important for us as we're bringing up people. We should understand ourselves. We are all here for one thing and one thing only. One, we need peace. Two, we need a broker in peace. And the broker is we need justice for these 16 people so that it will serve as a deterrent for future occurrence. Thank you very much, sir. I don't know who is next.
I wanted to ask a question.
Yeah, Mr. Dubex. Mr. Dubex, go ahead, please.
Regarding to what Mr. Yusuf said earlier.
Okay.
Talking about the 30 days round, how the government might be trying to confuse us with so many kind of upbringing stuff. So what I want to ask, is it possible that most of all those things that is happening could be that our government are responsible? What I mean by my question is that the people have been complaining that the cattle areas, they come to their farm, they destroy their crops, and they also kill and rape people. Some people also say that if like what happened now of killing these people now, people will also say that the people from the east, they are saying
using that word in this app, they will bring the platform down.
Okay, sorry, I'm not sorry about that. To me, I used to tell people that Nigerian politicians are playing game with the citizens. That is me. You see, most of all these things that is happening, some of all these things that is happening these days, if I'm to speak my mind, I will tell you full time that these people are responsible for it. They know what is going on. Like Mr. Yusuf said it earlier, he said these people passed through Enugu, they passed through Aba, they passed through some evil states. They were not apprehended and killed. Why? Why then in this thing? The thing I just thought about it, I was like, he actually make a good point. What if these security people that buy this set of people,
were actually paid? What if they were actually paid and they knew that these people were coming?
No, please let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Allegedly, use your language, allegedly.
Do you understand?
Yeah, but let's not go into this conspiracy theories. I really don't like it.
Yes.
I'm just asking. It could be possible.
Nah, bro, you know, this stuff don't
you are asking a question.
Talking about politics.
Yes, a question.
Yeah.
Ask the question and that is up.
Yeah, don't go inside the deep politics because, you know, they don't like it.
It will not finish. It will not end.
All right. So that's all about my.
We have had a question.
Mr. Basha, please, I would like to ask a question because you just said something now. I really don't know. Okay, I really don't know how to present the question that it will not sound offensive.
No. See what will happen. See what will happen. Mr. Angel, don't worry. You're giving a waiver. Ask your question because we believe it's not coming out of malice.
Okay,
if there's a need for correction, we'll correct.
Thank you. Okay, you just mentioned something now that those 16 people, those people they unalive in Uromi, that they need justice for them. That's just what you said now. Which I'm not disputing the fact. Yes, anybody that takes, they deserve justice. Now my question again now is not asking again. What about the numerous? I don't know. I please don't find it offensive. Now the numerous and thousands of people that those same S-men. Okay, okay, don't worry. I've gotten it. Don't worry. Okay.
Look, go ahead with your question. Your question is valid.
Okay. I just got something now. I've got the answer. No, the question you asked me.
For the sake of people listening, what you're asking is that if we are insisting for justice for these 16 people, how about the numerous people before them that were treated the same way or something like that? That's what we and what we're telling you here is that we are not denying the fact that crime and criminality has been in existence as old as humanity itself. We are well aware of the bad things that have happened. However, if we are going to wait to address every single atrocity that has been committed in the name of either headsmen, drug traffickers, people that are taking fake drugs and stuff like that, it will take forever. You understand? So now that we have something at our hand that is fresh and is that gruesome, why can't we insist on government to do the needful so that if something is done on this, any other thing that comes after it, definitely, for example now, if you stand by me and we get justice, there is no way something will happen to you and I will not stand by you to get justice. Majority of the things that are happening in Nigeria is because we have this mentality. If it doesn't affect me, it's none of my business. And what people fail to understand is that crime is like water. You cannot control it. You cannot stop it. If you block it in this side, it will open another side. And it's like breakfast. It will reach every household. So how about let's use this opportunity to put a stop to this nonsense, to save ourselves and save our future generation. That's just what we mean. We are not ignoring the flight of the past. We are not disregarding what happened in the past, but we are simply trying to forge ahead.
Yeah, okay. Okay, all right.
Can I go next?
Yes.
Yeah, so honestly, I'm not as calm as Bashar is, and I honestly...
I know. So I think a spoiler alert. Hold on, spoiler alert. Mr. Taco is in the house.
Don't carry me go where I don't know.
Mr. Taco, please, I want to put a caveat. If you are not as calm as Bashir and Eddie, me, I'm going to fire you back. Because don't come and spoil what you have done.
You know, Taco don't want to...
No. I listen, I don't preach hate. Just to make that very clear, I've never ever preached hate, but I am not in a mood to preach calmness. But I have never preached hate.
Adopt,
I am blunt.
Mr. Taco, adopt our calmness. We've preached calmness, so adopt our calmness.
Don't worry, man. Let him go on. Let him go on.
So I have tried to be
Let him
calm.
go on, please.
These guys, 3 of my accounts, they're reporting them. And as far as I'm concerned, wallahi, I have not made one deliberate attempt to lie. The only thing I have done is try to expose the truth as far as I can see it. This story, the narratives and the amount of misinformation and the amount of propaganda you hear is just sickening. And to be very honest, when I heard the news, I was really upset. But now I'm even more upset about, it's like you are injured and then somebody is coming in and adding insult again onto this injury. This is something that is almost like you are seeing something live. And then somebody is coming and telling you a different version and swearing and without any shame. And he's the one they're giving microphone. The person that is telling the truth, they're abandoning him. It is the people that are telling the lies. They're the ones getting the microphone. I was earlier here with my brothers. The people that you will see that are fair, they will come and tell you, listen, we are not of support of jungle justice. And I will ask them, okay, where is the jungle justice here? Why is this? This is the calm ones, though. The ones that are not calm, they will tell you, they are reaping what they have sowed. This is what they have been doing all along. Okay, those ones, I consider them like, okay, these are radicals and extremists. Okay, I wouldn't even let what they are saying bother me. But it is the ones that are calm. And this is even Hausa people, Fulani people. They are even the ones who have also adopted saying, okay, let's not let jungle justice come. Somebody, if I go into somebody's shop, I take something and want to run away, and then he unalive me. That is what I consider jungle justice. He did something wrong, and you didn't let the law enforcement get involved. That is jungle justice. These guys, they did nothing. Nothing wrong. They're just going back home. And they were unalived, and they were lied. Every story that came out was a lie. I mean, initially, before people are digging into it, that they were carrying Kalashnikovs, they were carrying bags of money with them, that, this is Dangote involved, all kinds of crazy stories. And then you start believing it. The more you dig in, the more upset you are. In the end, I get now annoyed with anybody who even calls it jungle justice. To me, this is a pure and blatant act of terrorism. I have not seen one person call it terrorism. But think about it. What has the effect been of what they have done? There is not a single Hausa man flying that road now that is not terrorized. There is not a single Fulani man who will tell you he will be going through there and will feel safe. Is impossible. Isn't that what terror is? Nobody that one be terror. I mean, what is terror? When you terrorize a whole community, a whole tribe, for no reason, there is absolutely no reason. And I have not read one newspaper that is calling them terrorists. They are being called what? Vigilante. When you can't just get up and call anybody a vigilante, you have to have qualifications. There has to be something organized. Because I talked to somebody, I'm not going to tell you who. I ended up shutting the phone on him. This is somebody who is a law enforcement. He's telling me these are vigilantes. I told him, okay, these are vigilantes. This makes this case very easy. We have their names. You should have their addresses. If they tell me if you have a soccer team, even in a village, you will know their names, you will know their addresses, you will know where they live. How can you have a vigilante group and it's taking you days to identify and arrest all of them? They are telling us now, they are arresting, oh, we have done this, and they are trying to tell us, oh, they have done a marvelous job, that, oh, they have apprehended 6. Oh, okay, the number has gone to 7. The number have gone to 10 now. You have your whole country talking about an issue, and this is supposed to be a vigilante group. If you call yourself a vigilante group...
Mr. Tanko, see, yeah, I want to come with this option. Me and you, I don't know, you were not here when I spoke early. I still tell you that these things are done. And me and Mr. AO has, I think we've gotten to a kind of a point of agreement a bit. When we are talking about the what do you call it, that is actually causing mayhem in the north. What do you call it? The Boko Haram. All right. The people, I don't want to talk too much. They told us they are not terrorists. They are agitators. Are you getting where I'm going to?
Yes, but why is everybody labeling them terrorists?
Calm down. Listen to me. When we were talking about the people doing bunkery and doing all sorts in the south, they told us they are not terrorists. They are what?
At the moment,
agitators.
Exactly the point.
Listen to me.
My point.
Oh, my brother. We are fighting. Listen now. We are fighting invisible people. We are fighting people who are fingering our brain. We are fighting. Calm down now. Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. You have given your own, but we are here to rub minds.
But that's okay.
Okay, sorry if I cut you off. We are people would. These people will twist it to what will make them, you know, and funny enough, they do a bad job, but they keep twisting our mind. Like I said, what has happened. We sympathize for every Nigerian because a lot has happened to Nigeria. Being a Nigerian, in fact, our life has been terrorized in one way or the other. Being a Nigerian alone, your living and your life has been terrorized. So we sympathize with every Nigerian. What are we saying now going forward? Let's forget how to get, whether they call it vigilantes, they call it what do you call it, jungle justice, whether they call it massacre, whether they call it, do you understand what I'm saying? Whichever name they
understand, but
whichever,
this is what I'm saying.
Whichever name they like, let them give it. Going forward, let's unite. Like I said, this issue is what they keep doing and siphoning us. They keep doing it, putting us at edge. They keep doing it, putting us differently so that we keep fighting ourselves while things are going on.
I understand.
What we're saying is, going forward, let's look at it. Okay, you say it's jungle justice. We've accepted. Jungle justice itself is not permitted in our constitution. Let's take it that way. Let's forge ahead. Let's look for solutions. Let's hold people who we need to hold accountable.
Exactly. So this is
why. So let's take it whatever they name it. Okay. Whatever
Madam, wait,
let's take it.
You are missing the point.
Madam, let him complete.
You are missing the point.
Okay.
The naming is very powerful. Is very powerful. And we are not fighting an invisible enemy. We are fighting people who are very visible. I sent emails to Amnesty International about the first report they issued out. The Amnesty International is a very reputable organization, but they got a report from somebody who is supposed to be somebody who is credible. He wrote there, suspected kidnappers. Do you see what that means when you are reading it? If I'm reading an article and they told me an innocent traveler going home was unalive versus a suspected kidnapper, Do you see the immediate reaction it has on me? Somebody who is reading it, coming from a very reputable source like Amnesty International. When this report came out, these people, every channel you look, it was Fulani bandits, Fulani terrorists, suspected kidnappers, suspected bandits. Do you see how powerful that is? This is so powerful. If they were called Northern Nigerians, Kano indigens, Katsina indigens, do you see how much of a difference it makes when you are reading it? These are the real enemies we are fighting. The hatred and a lot of this animosity, it is because of this hate rhetoric, this hate speech that we are not controlling. We see the same thing here on TikTok. I don't know a lot of the people from Esan, but I know more of the guys from the northern side. We know who is more hateful. We know who is more smart. We know more of these people. We should be the ones. This is government. Government has never been efficient. Government does not have the money. Government does not even care that much. We need to police ourselves before somebody else. It is the Esan community which need to stop all these stupid Esan people who are coming online and gaslighting people further and talking a lot of nonsense. Instead of coming and saying, listen, guys, we're really sorry this happened. This is not typical. This is not how we behave. If you go, you will see open rooms. The more stupid comments you make, the more viewers you will get. The more radical and more nonsense. Somebody calling himself Esan warrior is having 500 people in the room. And his title is Fulani, we are ready for you. Bring your words. This is the title he put on the front. And there's 500 people there. And none of them is coming up to tell him, listen, my brother, this is not the time for this. You want to discuss this, go to a WhatsApp group, go to something that is not public. Don't come here, call yourself Esan warriors. If we go and open a platform, Fulani warriors, we're coming back there for revenge. Where do you think this will stop? Do you think there is government that will ever come and stop this kind of things? And quite frankly, again, like I'm telling you, I am not in a mood to be very nice. This rhetoric has been spewed by this Biafra radio, by these IPOP guys. Go and listen to their recordings for the last 15 years, how they have demonized Fulanis. If me, as an average Igbo man that don't know anything about Fulanis, and keep listening to these idiots from Biafra, Fulanis are invaders. Fulanis are not Nigerian. We're going to send them back. The criminals.
Sir Taco, sorry, please. At this point, you are using hate speech.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm just telling you the facts. Like I told you, I'm not that calm. I'm being very honest.
Okay, I understand. At this point, excuse me, please. At this point, I understand that you are being honest.
I'm telling you,
you are pained. You are pained. No, sorry. I'm not arguing with you. I understand that you are pained. But at this point, you are using hate speech. That means what you're just doing now. Sorry, sir. The right word to say like this now is hypocrisy. Because what you're just doing now is simply hypocrisy. Please, no offense. This is just a simple definition of what you are just saying.
No, okay. And moreover, let me hate speech against who? Have you heard anything that the Biafra radio is spewing about the Fulanis?
Wait, Mr.
No, sir. See, Mr. Taco, sorry, please.
They didn't start this thing yesterday.
See, let me tell you something. See something. Let me tell you something. If you are doing, if a class of people are doing good, they will always commend you for the good you are doing. Nobody likes war. It is not in human nature.
I'm looking for war. I'm telling you what we need to prevent the war. We need to stop those kind of things.
Number one, please, I don't know if you are a Fulani person, but the first thing first, I think they should start educating those herdsmen.
Okay.
Education first.
They should start. Okay, your kinsmen, your kinsmen,
Let's pass this. Let's pass this.
Let's pass this. But I want to know, he said, are you close by? Because me too, I'm feeling sleepy. And I really want somebody to take control of the house so that we'll not have a rowdy session.
Mr. Bashu,
I don't have enough followers. I don't even have moderators, so I'm definitely not able to do that.
Mr. Bashu,
Please, let me speak. Let me speak here.
Okay, just let me round up, guys. Let me just round up. So, for me, for us to start seeking any justice, first of all, is we need to get the true story out. And we need to stop people that are spewing complete propaganda. Even if they are from our own community. It is the amount of misinformation, the amount of propaganda is sickening. It is honestly, is so unfair. It is even a bigger crime than that which has been committed. Because this is the message they're giving the whole world about what happened. People who have interacted with Fulanis, who have really interacted with Northerners, I will be shocked if they agree with any of these messages that are being spewed out. This is not the face of what the North is. A headsman was a very protected and very respectable job.
Okay, I think he's rounding up. Round up, Mr. Tapu.
Just rounding up. The word headsman now has
Madam,
been
let him round up, please.
The word headsman has been reduced to such a bad connotation that once you hear headsman, you are not thinking of a very poor person that is just trying to earn his living by a very difficult way. It's a very difficult way for you to earn a living. And people that know these people will mostly tell you these are very hardworking, very honest individuals whose name now has been completely transformed. And we have almost become immune. Any ordinary person now in Nigeria, once you tell him headsman, the first thing he has on his mind is, okay, he's ready to go kidnap or fight somebody. You tell him Fulani, like Fulani was a very respectable tribe. No more. Their reputation has been tarnished so badly by the media. We are seeing it in this case. These are the things we need to fight about.
Madam, wait. Madam, wait now.
No, when people were speaking like this, you people stop.
No, just wait.
Okay.
We have work for him. Wait.
See, I believe, okay, Mr. He has round up. I just want to say something after he has round up. Wait, hold on. In totality, I believe, I also share some of the things he's talking about. One thing I'm sharing is that the power of social media, the power of communication cannot be underestimated. Now, everybody sees what happened with the 16 individuals that were piped. We all saw it. We all saw the videos. We all know exactly what happened. Just for us to wake up today and we start hearing a different narrative, a corny narrative. So that is the power of social media, the power of communication that I believe Tapo is talking about. So I believe we need to really check these things. Honestly, that's why I advocate people that are coming to this life. Please, if you find yourself in any life, try as much as possible to correct some of the things that these people are spreading, particularly for this particular case. And the one that has even happened before. There is no point of you saying everybody in a tribe is a criminal. No, it doesn't work that way. Because if it works that way, I can also call everybody a criminal on the other side. And if we do that, that means we will not have any sane human being. That means everybody is going to be a criminal. So I believe that's, in summary, what we're talking about. However, I think...
Mr. Eddie, can I add something?
Let me help you 1 minute. Let me help you 1 minute. Malan Tabo, Marie, let me speak English. Hausa. You see, the Biafran people, the Biafran sect, I will not call them Igbo. because it's not in totality Igbo in that particular.
That's why I didn't use Igbo too.
Thank you.
That's why I didn't use Igbo.
So the Biafran, such people, the ESN and those people, they are already pained. They are looking for what will instigate the country to go into chaos. So they are inciting the nation to erupt into crisis because they are looking for that means by all means. They are looking for that opportunity. And they are now instigating through this media, through this crisis of this kind of this heinous act that was committed, and also creating groups and coming in as a source. I think one of them is being here. He called his name Mazi something.
I think exactly. So,
yes,
all those guys that come in yellow.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let me tell you something.
They are already paid, they are aggravated, and they are looking for every opportunity to make this country to shrink into chaos. That is their desire.
100%.
It's like Aikin's Shaitan is what the devil wants. So they are working for the devil to fulfill the devil's mandate. They are like devil's advocates. So when we see them there, we should not bring them into this matter. We should be able to remove.
I'm calling them out. That is why I'm calling them out.
I said yesterday we should remove Muchure Kwarin. Let's remove the beetle from the beans and not throw away the beans with the beetle.
But okay, these guys, they come under different names. He will come because now I'm very good. I'm very good at telling them. I'll ask them 5 questions. I will know whether they're IPOP or not.
Thank you. So when we see IPOP, when we see IPOP talking, we should disregard them and not amplify their voice.
I'm telling you now, I am so good that if I ask them 5 questions, I will know if he is a Biafran or not. 5 questions.
So please, I know, Taco, I understand your advocacy. Your advocacy is to change, yes, your advocacy is to change the narrative of these people's identity. I understand that.
Don't let them come and hijack the life. Once they come into a place, they will ask you, oh, what about Deborah? What about headsmen?
That one is just
important than other lives.
It's diversion. We understand those principles.
Exactly.
And we are guided. So please, no offense. Let's understand our differences. We are going towards one direction, but there are different routes we take. Please, no offense.
Let me say something very important. That is also need to understand this. Just 30 seconds. IPOB has serious problems with the Oba of Benin, and they hate that office, and they have serious differences with the people of Benin. The people of Benin have very serious problems with the Esan. IPOB actively supports the Esan against the Benin. A lot of Isan youth listen to Biafra radio, listen to IPOB, and this is why they also have huge animosity towards the Fulanis and towards headsmen because of the hate speeches that they have been listening over and over from Biafra radio. And they listen to these guys because these guys are very supportive of them, especially in their agitation for a state, in their agitation to fight the Oba of Benin. So people need to understand these things. And this is why these guys, I'm telling you, 3 of my accounts have been reported in the last 2 days. But I will still not stop exposing them. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Can
I say something?
30 seconds, please.
Okay. The truth is this, if we understand the dynamics and the way things operate here, during the election, that was when an eye-opener for me. Some people will have names that tag a different region, meanwhile they are not from that region. Some people will have names and they will be making some comments that you will start attacking that person, thinking that person is from this particular place. But that aside, let me give you an example so that you understand why I said let's not go through this route. Because if we're going through this route, can I finish, sir? If you remember, when the whole insecurity was happening in the eastern region, especially particularly the Igbos, the Imo State and the rest, they call them unknown gunmen. So and some people gave them unknown gunmen. And people hide under that they are the same people killing themselves. You see, by the time we understand
buying themselves.
Sorry, buying themselves.
You have 2 seconds a minute.
Yes. You will understand the dynamics of this country. The reason I said whatever name they give, when they want to kill a dog, they will give the dog a bad name.
Exactly.
If we understand the dynamics, we don't care whether you give it any name. What we are asking is sit up and guide the people. Sit up, because I keep saying to us, the masses or the civilians won't have power if the security people are on their toe and up to order. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you are licensing a gun, you definitely know that you have given a constitution that people should not carry gun. And if you do, you are the one who search these people to this place. On a normal good day, even before these people buy these people, there were noises. If our security people were at alert, probably they would have been at that scene even before this thing would have happened. So for you to understand where I'm coming from, you never can. A government that can do something and rub it on I don't want to say something because I'm on live, so that we understand the intricacy and the dynamics of this thing. Some people can actually pay people to do something so that they will hang it on something and start chasing clouds and start making as if we've had the perpetrators will bring to order. How many perpetrators have they brought to order? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Completely.
That's why when I said that the people we are pursuing are invisible. It's not that they are invisible, but invisible. Me and you know. Even if there's a theory that says the Boko Haram that is happening in the north, there is no Boko Haram. It's some people that spoke. My brother, I don't want to talk too much for here, so that we understand.
No, you know what you are going. You know where you are going. Can I make a suggestion, Bashar? Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, go ahead, Tago.
This is up for discussion. You might like the suggestion, you might not like it, but it's something I'm thinking of implementing myself. If I'm opening platforms on this serious issue, because it's a very sensitive issue, and we don't know who is who, if you are coming up and nobody of the moderators or nobody in the room knows you, we will require you to open your camera. Once you are on camera, you will find yourself a little bit more accountable, and some of the nonsense we are hearing and some of these impersonators, you will drastically reduce the number of impersonators. It's just a suggestion.
Yeah, I believe that's exactly even what Madam is saying. At least some people are hiding under other people's identity to commit so many things, to say so many things. And I believe it's a good one. If you open your camera, at least we'll know exactly who you are. Especially those ones that come without face on their icons. They will just come with one patch or the other.
No, even with the face, because you can put somebody's picture. If nobody knows you, you open your camera. Otherwise, stay in the comments. Otherwise, just stay in the comments. If you want to talk, open your camera. If nobody knows you, if somebody knows him, that's fine. And because some of us have been around each other for a while, we don't want to expose anybody to any unnecessary risk. We don't want anybody
Mr. Yusuf, you are down. Mr. Yusuf, I've sent you a request. Please come up, because I really need to go, and I don't want to leave this house without a moderator. Honestly, I'm really sleepy, because if we leave the house like this, it will be rowdy and it will affect the account.
Yeah, and you can't bring people up. You can't bring people down. Like if somebody comes and is
Okay, no, akwai a kasa gashi na tura mai request.
Okay.
So we can
And
continue.
by the way,
before
guys,
you-
I need 500 followers because these guys they are going around banning my accounts.
We are going to follow you, Darko.
Yeah, follow my account.
Follow you.
It will be 500 before the end of today because I'm able to go up, but I can't open the camera.
Okay. Okay. Who will do?
I believe that you people have answered my question.
Thank you very much. Thank
I
you
was
very
very
much.
busy listening to everything that Mr.
Thank
Tanko
you.
has said and Mr. Peter also said.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. God.
Let's not end it here, please. Let's go out there and change narratives, please, as we go along.
Bye, everyone.
Exactly.
Nice speaking with you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, madam, sorry, before you go, at least the few of us that are here, we've seen ourselves, we've heard ourselves, we've deliberate positively. Please, let's follow each other and keep spreading the good news. Let's keep correcting the narrative to the best of our
I
abilities.
have followed, yes, I have.
Thank you very much, all of you.
Thank you, everybody.
Talk on Abikawa. Now I followed you already.
Oh, now good. I'm going to follow you back. I'm going to definitely follow you back as well.
Hi, Malam Bashar Sanufa.
How could they hate you on this life? Assalamu alaikum.
Yo, alaikum salam. Welcome. You just run. Sedi is sleeping. I don't know what he's doing. And if we allow this live without anybody to control it, well, like,
they will mess it
affect
up.
the account.
Now my block.
Mr. Deleted here on this app. It's not normal. That's how many accounts? How many accounts? Like the last time he was deleted, I don't know, live on air, they just shut him down. Wow.
Today I lost 2 accounts.
Yeah, you said so. It is well. Mr. Angel, you're still there? Mr. Angel. Mr. Angel.
Yes, I am here, sir.
Okay, Mr. Angel, I hope you followed up with all the discussions we're having.
Yes, I followed up, yes.
There's no animosity here.
No. I love the way you guys are pushing this thing. I like it. You guys are very educated, so I love it.
Yeah, let's be very positive. Let's correct some narratives.
See,
and let's
honestly,
move forward.
Honestly, Mr. Bashar, I now know you are a Fulani person. See, the mentality, the kind of mindset, I will not lie to you, to be honest, the mindset I have the kind of mindset I have towards all Fulani is that they are very, very like this. First of all, if my first sight of that Fulani person, fear will greet me. I will look for a way to protect everybody that I can protect around me because of the narrative.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
So,
not your fault.
This is the first time. This is the first time that I'm speaking
to you at all. I don't blame you because it's not your fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault. It's the narrative that's been pushed on social media.
Yes. If I see a Fulani person, first of all come to my mind is fear. And once there's fear, you start all the mechanism in your body will be looking for a way to defend yourself. Sometimes I can be aggressive towards them because I know that this person can attack me.
Anything you hear, you will just believe it.
Yes, no, it's not as if anything.
When this narrative they're pushing up and down. When somebody listens to the narrative and he absorbs it, of course, whatever you hear about the Fulanis or about for example, now the narrative that have been pushed, if I'm to put it to heart, that means I'll look at every Igbo man as a bad person. You understand?
Yeah,
smart enough. No. I will have to make my own search. I will have to engage the person one-on-one. Let me see what exactly he's made of. So I will not follow the bandwagon. just like what people are doing now on social media.
The problem is that most of the people that carry out this narrative, some of them that believe or work towards it, some of them are not like learned. Do you understand?
No, but contrary, Mr. Dubex, contrary to what you said, majority of them are quite educated. They are the educated ones that are pushing this thing.
Yes, they will push it to these uneducated ones. And the uneducated ones will be parroting and repeating it.
Yeah, there's a motive.
It is pushed by very, very smart people because they will give them half the truth, half the story.
It's an enterprise.
You know, and exactly, something I would like to say that sometimes, even if you open house and somebody comes to your life, even if he made a blunder the first time, calm down, entertain him. As you're going, try and convince him. I believe Mr. Angel is a typical example. Even Madam that just dropped is another typical example. Because when they come up, they have a completely different view of the whole situation and what happened. But when we engage them over and over again, bam, they've understood what we're talking about.
Honestly, the only problem is lately I have very little patience. The last 2 days I have very little patience.
You're a different breed. You're a different breed. Well, that's why they call you Fasa.
Kuna getting compensation. When Fulani should be careful, Hausa are preparing to strike back.
No problem. Now,
Kuma in ka duba ga flag din shi wurin ne. Barkan ku da sallah. Mama
welcome.
Sanan ku duka na gajiya.
Ya gidansa.
Lafiya lawa alhamdulillah.
Kan da bayan sallah ga magari ya kusan wayewa muna TikTok Allah ya rufa su.
To ya za a yi kama ce a yi.
Good morning, good evening.
Yes, the times demand it. It makes sense.
No, we need to, because the other side's narrative is just too loud. Just like I was saying earlier, Sune, they are the ones lying. Amma Sune suke da babban microphone.
Yes, and there's practical consequences.
Good evening. I think again, Agawani, we have a new visitor.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I've been here. I don't know how it works. I don't know if I'm being invited or you just speak up. So I'm just waiting to be invited.
No, it's okay.
Okay, I'm going to drop, gentlemen, Barka da Sallah to everybody. And it's been a real pleasure to
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Everybody should go and announce his new account before they take it down again. Okay, Mr. Ero. Okay, Ero, you can go ahead.
But Chaco, I have a question. I don't know whether you can answer it. I would like to ask after him, after he speaks.
Okay, great. Thank you for having me on. I've been listening to you guys for the past 30 minutes. And I'm originally from Edo, but I live here in Canada. I think I've been on this live before, about a month ago. You guys are talking about something else, but I think I'm the guy who has a security company. And at that time I came, I think, I can't remember who it was, and I was advocating to bring my services to the north. And I had someone actually from my own town who was very upset with me, telling me, why don't you bring it to Edo? Why don't you bring it to Benin, right? So I heard about this news, to be honest with you, just about maybe yesterday. I read it on the paper. And funny enough, for the past week, right, here on TikTok, I'm sure some of you have seen these, and I know I'm going backwards now. You guys want to go forward. But
go
ahead.
I
wanted to give you my perspective as someone who lives abroad, looking in to these matters, right, that you guys are talking about. So for the past week, right, there's this TikTok account that has been showing the atrocities of these Fulani herdsmen, especially like in Edo State, okay? Folks who are uprooting, people's crops and feeding into their cows, right? So this has been going on. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Maybe some of you have.
We've seen it. We've seen it. And in fact, we have a very wide, extensive
even my farm for 2 years now.
Yes, even my
You
farm.
understand? Maybe when you finish, Eddie, let me tell him. Maybe when you finish, we'll give you an insight of that thing you saw. It is actually not Fulani is going into people's farm. What they do is that if they go to a community, they meet the chief there or whoever is responsible, and they will give them a plot of land. They will pay for the plot of land. Then they will bring in their cattle. However, when they do that, they will now remove the cassava and remove whatever it is, and they will be feeding their animals while videotaping it and posting it on social media. Oga Think Again is here in this house. I think we've talked about this thing severally. In fact, we've constituted some people to actually trace those people, which we have successfully traced 2 of them. And when we traced them, we told them, when they told us, no, it is not people's farm, we told them, even at that, even if it's your own farm or you paid for it, you don't have any right to be videotaping and posting on social media at this material time.
Right.
Is going on, you understand? So that's just
okay. Well, that's good to know. You see, I did not know that, but that's very valuable information to know, right? Because a lot of people don't know that. And at the same time, I think there was a panel in the U.S. Senate that was even actually talking about this, right? Yeah. And talking about certain sentiments when it comes to Christians, you know, being unalived, right? So this is just in the past 2 weeks that this information has been coming on. And someone who is from Edo, I'll tell you something about Edo people. They are very, very proud people. You understand? They're very proud people. I'm from Esan, very close to Uromi. As a matter of fact, my mother is from Uromi. I hate any sort of violence, right? But these people, I will tell you right now, you know, they are very agitated people and they are ready to commit such things. I know this myself. I run away from these people, to be frankly honest with you. You know, when I went to go bury my father, for example, they gave us a very hard time. This is how strong-headed they are. But when I came to read the news, right, and I don't know how the report came about, right, I was reading the reports, and you have to understand, from this perspective of watching all these things happen in the last 2 weeks. So what I read was that some people who were coming, or hunters, that is what I heard, hunters with arms were going to go, or they were kidnappers. My first sentiment was like, wow, they have finally caught some people, you understand? I did not actually feel sorry for them. I'll be frankly honest with you. And this is me living outside of Nigeria, looking and with in. What you heard. And with what I've heard for the past 2 weeks. So I did not feel sorry. As a matter of fact, I said, oh, finally they have caught some of these people that have been terrorizing, you know, these farms, these places, Nigeria, everywhere, even Hausa. I've heard about all these things, but yet nothing was done. And these Edo people are trying to make a statement saying that when you come to our territory, we do not accept any of this. This is how my people think. Maybe they did not know. I don't know. Maybe some people send them. I do not know. But for them, they feel that they are putting, you know, that nobody is coming to help them, that they now have to put, you know, matters into their own hands. And to be frankly honest with you, a lot of Nigerians abroad think that way. They're like, if the government is not doing anything, let the vigilantes, let them deal with them as they please. Now the thing is, okay, now that this has happened,
I'm sorry to
why is it now? All of a sudden, you know, the matter is now a national headline. If we are really to solve this problem, I'll be frankly honest with you, everything has to come on the table, not just one thing. Everything does have to come on the table. Somebody said that no, criminality, I do understand, criminality is not something, but all of these things have to come on the table. Otherwise, people are not going to take anybody seriously, and this will just continue happening. And this is just the point that I wanted to make. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, I really wanted to say something while you're talking, but I want to respect your views and not to interject. First of all, what is happening or what has happened that is gaining national attention is not because of the people that were involved, just because maybe they are Northerners or they're Hausas or they're Fulanis. No, it's far from that. Why it's gaining national attention is because of the nature at which these people are gruesomely unalived. Now, we don't have a problem with people trying to protect themselves from criminals, we don't have a problem with that. But the issue is that when you stop somebody because of what is happening in your community, and that person identify himself, you search that person, you saw some weapons, he identified the weapons, provide you with permissions, government permit for those weapons that are marked hunters' weapons. Then you saw them with money. They told you the reason for that money is something they're peasants. I mean, they're just scouts, they've gotten money to go and spend holiday with their people. And even at that, let me tell you, take you back to this thing. When these people started their journey from, I think, Port Harcourt or so, nobody stopped them until they came to uromi. And when they stopped, somebody in the community saw them when they stopped them, and he rushed down and reported it to the elders. Some of them went to the police station and alerted the police that this is what is going on. They've seen some people being stopped on the road and they've brought down some people. Please, the police should come so that stupid things will not happen. Nobody came to their rescue. So it is also fair for me to think maybe this thing is even premeditated. It is planned for either maybe to provoke some certain reactions. Nobody gives a damn about whether they are kidnappers, they are this, they are that. As far as they're concerned, they are from a certain part of this country and they want to use them as a scapegoat, which is totally wrong and unaccepted.
For your wife,
for anything that will happen, even if it's a vigilante, you have a vigilante that has the right to eliminate somebody, then that vigilante should be vetted, absolutely vetted. He should know what to do when he sees something and stuff like that. But the nature at which this thing is carried out, that is what is provoking everybody, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. These people were unalive in broad daylight. People were chanting songs. They were born. You can hear a human being saying, "What you Allah." And these people, if you can take a visit to my page, sir, you will see the weapons, the so-called weapons they're talking about. If you go to my page, you will see it there. Then you can go to my page, you will see the documentary of those people's family, each and every one of them. They are not Fulanis, that is one. They are not bandits, they are hunters. They are nothing people are describing. So our concern is people are busy selling a narrative that must justify why people should be eliminated that way. That is disturbing. In a nation that is actually on its knees already. So while we open this live, we are trying to tell people we are not going back to what has happened before or whatever. Because if we have to go back, that means this discussion is not going to end and people will still keep being quiet. So how about let's use this as a medium. Let's use this as something we are going to enforce and force government to actually come and address this issue. Because nobody can stop this thing. It's only government that has the right to protect lives and properties of people. If the government is working properly, there will be no need for any vigilante. There will be no need for all these things. But the government has failed. And it is our duty as Nigerians, both in Nigeria and diaspora, to enforce, to mount pressure on government to get up and discharge its responsibilities, which is to protect life and property. All these crime and criminalities that have been going on, government is responsible. I'm not saying government is responsible directly, but government is saddled with the responsibility to protect life and property. And they have failed woefully.
I totally agree with you when you say that government is responsible to protect lives and property, and we should not even be having such things as vigilante. I totally denounce that. I'm at the point where why do we even need that? And nobody, to be frankly honest with you, has any faith whatsoever that the government is going to do anything about this, to be honest with you. Maybe in the next week, this story will die You understand? And then, you know, people's lives will move on. I mean, how do you make the government do anything? Because
we have a suggestion for that. Let me add. Before Bashir says, I hope Bashir will not forget the suggestion. You see, the first crime that was committed in this thing is the stereotyping and labeling, and actually, prejudicing a group of people. Because if there wasn't much actually false narrative, not true narrative, that was spread that sort of legitimized this kind of action in the minds of people, it would have never happened. The people that did this felt proud of themselves because they felt that they were actually doing a good for themselves, because they felt they were eliminating the enemy. Well, what made them think like that?
That's a good question. What made them think like that? What brought, you see, I think this is an accumulation of a lot of things that has now come to our doorstep.
Is an answer, is a question for which I know the answer quite well. Because I've been following these kind of things, and I'm not surprised that it happened, because the trend sort of, pointed in the direction of this kind of thing, because there's been called for this kind of activity, actually, even on TikTok here. I've heard it several times, that when you catch them, buy them, So the first thing is that, number one, their minds have been prepared to actually murder who they consider Fulani herdsmen. And unfortunately, they did not have the capacity to identify who are Fulani herdsmen. They caught innocent people who are not Fulani, neither are they herdsmen. And they murdered them. You see, there's a lot of problems. It's really problematic for anybody to think that they can appoint themselves judge, jury, and executioner on any situation. This is not even jungle justice. This is people who have serious prejudice, serious sentiments, and they act upon them. Because when you say somebody is doing jungle justice, is when you actually, people who are non-state actors, who are not empowered by law to make judgments, that make judgments and implement the judgments over someone who has done a crime. These people have done no crime. They were moving to a destination. That's the place they were stuck was not their destination. What they were doing, traveling, is totally legitimate. They were not in any kind of illegal act. They were in possession of things for which they had license and other evidences to show that they are hunters. So in the first instance, even if they were caught in a crime, it would not have been the place of the vigilantes to actually mete out a judgment and implement it. The place of the vigilante as citizens, making a citizen's arrest, would have been to take them to legitimate law enforcement agents, who would then take them where they're supposed to take them. That is where they would be judged. That is the courts. Then the courts can determine whether they're guilty or not before the judgment can be made, and then judgment implemented or executed. And certainly in no premeditation would the judgment include being burned alive. In no premeditation, no crime is going to attract that. So you can see how problematic this is. They decided to make a judgment out of sentiments, prejudice, assumption, wrong conclusion, and they decided to implement that judgment, and the judgment was very inhumane. So they have no right to do any of the three things they did. And the reason why
That is very correct.
Yes, and the reason why they
don't have any right. Yes, sorry, go ahead.
Yes, and the reason why they did it is because their minds have been prepared. Because there's been so much propaganda that dehumanized their target, which they actually missed. They were trying to target Fulani herdsmen. Even the Fulani herdsmen have been unfairly stigmatized because, first of all, herdsmen is a lifestyle, it's not a crime. Second, Fulani is not synonymous with crime. So to call Fulani herdsmen or associate them to equate people who are terrorists is also born out of prejudice, because even if there are Fulani herdsmen who are criminals, who plunder and rape and everything, you have no right to generalize and say all Fulani herdsmen are plunderers and rapists and terrorists. They're not equivalent. It's just like saying rivers fishermen are so. No.
Sorry to cut you off there. I totally understand what you're saying, but us looking at this from outside, right? And I'm talking about the diaspora, because a lot of people here do talk, and not even Nigerians. You know, I hear it from other people, other Africans, other Europeans, who have been hearing the news coming out of Nigeria about Fulani herdsmen. And this is not, so if I'm hearing this and other people and even non-Africans are hearing the same story about the terror, and they use the word terror, okay, when we're talking about now like terminology, they use the word terror to describe these people. The first question that they ask is, you know, what is the agenda of these people going from state to state, terrorizing people? Why hasn't the government, for example, allocated land for them where they
before we go to the solution? I'm just about to make a point before you interject. You see, the issue is that you've jumped from one step to another. You've jumped from the way I described, this, and told you how there is no equivalence between.
No, but that is your point of view. I'm looking at it from a point of view.
You should be patient. You should be patient. Yeah, because maybe you would learn something. So the equivalence between herdsmen and criminals. See, the thing is that you heard terror so many times, and you actually believe it. You see.
But wait a minute, it's not just me. You see that?
Yeah, you. When I say you, it doesn't mean singular. It doesn't mean singular. You belong to a group of people who believe this. So there's no.
No, it's not even. Listen, it's not even me as a Nigerian.
You just have to. You told me that. I understand that. I'm not saying.
So, I mean, a lot of all these opinions cannot all be completely invalidated.
You have to be open-minded. I'm talking, maybe I said maybe if you listen you might learn. But if your mind is closed to...
No, my mind is open. I really want to hear your opinion.
Yeah, but you interjected and you're repeating your conclusions. But you shouldn't do that, because I know you have a conclusion in your mind. And I'm trying to give you an information which is factual, which maybe may make you consider. So the fundamental problem is that there is a lot of news spreading, yes. And the news is not interrogated, nor is it examined to read it between the lines and to actually fact check and review. So there's a lot of...
Wait a minute, these news are coming from your national dailies.
Yeah, I don't know how to help you if you won't be patient to listen to me.
No, you're telling me that I should fact check. I'm reading Nigerian newspapers.
I'm trying to go somewhere, and you already have a mindset. It's there.
No.
You don't know where I'm coming from.
Sorry,
you don't know what I'm trying to say. If you think I'm wasting my time, I can just stop.
No, I want you to continue. But
okay, yeah. So don't
fact check the news.
Yeah, I'm not telling you to just fact check the news. I'm just telling you to fact check all the information, whether it's news or you heard it from the media, or you heard it from people or wherever sources. You see, there's a lot of false narratives going on, and people believe whatever they hear or they even see. But there's a lot of falsehood even coming from the news. The reality.
You just said people shouldn't believe what they see.
Are you just going to be argumentative, or are you going to listen? Because you're frustrated now that I'm making an effort to make you understand. I think, which is very respectful of me. But you're not being patient.
I think again. Wait, let's see, Mr. Sorry, pronounce your name so that I will not mispronounce it.
Aramistic, yes. Sorry,
Okay,
go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Mystic, what we're trying to say is that whatever it is you're hearing about the Fulani headsmen, or let me use headsmen, I'm removing that word Fulani loosely. Whatever you're hearing, first of all, we are not arguing, we are not disputing the fact that, yeah, some of our brothers in the bush are committing some heinous atrocities. We are not disputing that. But what we are disputing is the fact that there is a concerted effort, a deliberate attempt to vilify an entire ethnicity. There is a well-crafted script that is aimed at blanket judging every Fulani in existence, which is including me. You understand? And unfortunately for us, especially in Nigeria, since you're from Nigeria, you will know what I'm talking about. When you talk of the media between the north and the south, the southern part of Nigeria has an upper hand when it comes to the issue of media. So anybody that has media has an upper hand to say whatever he wants to say and promote whatever he wants to promote. Unfortunately for us, we don't have that much voice. It is only now that we're galvanizing ourselves, coming out to actually start countering those narratives that people are selling to the world. These things are happening. Yes, we know these things are happening. We accept these things are happening. However, it is not my responsibility as a Fulani man to go into the bush and start abating those criminalities. I cannot do that. It is the responsibility of the government. Now, if the government is not doing it, then the proper question is, why is the government not doing it?
Thank you, Bashir. Before we get there, before you even get there, the point I was trying to make before you interjected was even slightly different. Your point is also valid. The point I'm trying to make is that of that false narrative that created the hysteria, because right now we have a hysteria. It's a hysteria that led to this. And the false narrative here is not that this crime doesn't happen, it's that, you see, the information that we hear is that Fulani herdsmen go into Igbo land, southeast, go into south-south, go into middle belts, everywhere in Nigeria, go into people's farms, go into people's houses even, and attack them willfully and rape and maim and kill. So when you check this information, what you find is that all the so-called Fulani herdsmen attack in the southeast, as confirmed by the governors and the police authorities, that all the things that were initially attributed to Fulani herdsmen were actually the deed of local people. Those in the South also, based on the data of those arrested, were done by local people. Those in Benue also done by those of local people. Fulani herdsmen operate in the northwest. They are culprits and guilty of the many atrocities in Sokoto, Kebbi, Katsina, Niger State. That's all. The crimes in Borno, in Yobe are done by Boko Haram. So actually crime is localized. But the narrative sort of projects and blames all the crimes in Nigeria on local herdsmen because it's local herdsmen hunting season. Because it's a case of giving a dog a bad name in order to hang it. Yes, they're guilty, but actually accurate understanding and accurate reporting of information is necessary for the integrity of information and for the integrity of thought and action. So if there wasn't this hysteria that made everybody feel so scared that they can come into my house and my backyard, this would not have happened. because exaggeration is also dishonesty, and it deflates and diverts you from the main culprit of the crime, and it also creates a hysteria in your mind that sort of allows you label, and then the associated consequences of that labeling happens like this because of the prejudice and the extreme sentiments that are generated. Innocent people have suffered because, number one, the people don't even know how to identify who are Fulani herdsmen. They went and they associated Hausa people who are not Fulani, who are not herdsmen, with the sentiments and prejudice that they attach to the Fulani herdsmen, and this is the consequence. So you see, the first problem is psychological before it led to action, because every action is first of all motivated by the mind. People need to be prepared. If the people were not agitated and alarmed and scared, they wouldn't have acted the way they acted. So you see, that's why I said the first problem is the perception created by the media and by society, which is actually unfair and ignorant and extremely harmful. It has led to the burning alive of 16 people. And it can lead to even worse consequences, because actions have consequences, and the consequences also can attract consequences. It can lead to a chain of events. Imagine that there was enough anger in the north to precipitate a retaliation or reparation. Imagine the chain of events it can produce. We don't want to imagine that. And what we are doing, what we have been doing, is trying to control that, so that innocent people don't suffer, so that this does not continue. But we don't want it to continue on either side. We don't want northern citizens to be extrajudicially burnt. Of course, there is no judicial burning, but extrajudicially murdered, because of somebody's hysteria. Neither do we want reprisals that will also involve people who are totally innocent. Because when there is going to be a reprisal, I'm sure the Esan people in Kano or in Kaduna are not responsible in any way, unless it is the vigilante that actually precipitated this action, that ran away from Edo down to Kano and then took shelter. So people will not have the rationality to actually distinguish. And a lot of people who have nothing to do with Esan will also suffer, because they would also not be able to distinguish between who is Esan, who is Edo, who is Igbo, who is Ibibio, who is this and that. So all the ignorance and prejudice will win, and lives will be lost, and then it can be reaction and counter-reaction until the whole country is engulfed. This is obviously an extremely gruesome crime that attracts horrible emotions, and which can have consequences. So we want it to be managed in a way that this does not continue, and that's why I'm saying that the first thing that needs to change. The first thing that needs to change is this false narrative going on, spreading the idea that every crime is done by Fulani herdsmen, and by extension the Fulani, because it's not true. It's extremely dishonest.
Mr. Think again.
Yes, sorry. Let me just respond to that. Yes, I'll let you go, Mr. Honest. I'll make a point. Yes, okay. So you're right when it comes to media, right? Because media can control the narrative. Okay, but to be frankly honest with you, you guys, and I do have some Fulani friends. I am for one Nigeria. I believe that maybe we can hopefully one day overpass this, because what our greatest power is, to be honest, is our differences. You understand? And this is true for any Western country. They have immigrants, and this is what makes the country strong. Now, when it comes to what's going on, the narrative is so strong that even Western people believe that Fulani are the problem in Nigeria, to be honest. And I'm not just saying that. So there is a real problem right there already. You understand? Now, the question is there any Fulani organization that are denouncing these things, because that would actually help to show that no, and I believe that, look, there is good and bad in everybody, obviously, and I believe that, not all Fulani are bad, obviously, people can discern that. Do you know what I mean? But I think what people are looking at this particular moment, is that, oh, now because some people have been unalived, now the whole thing is now coming, and it looks like a double standard, is what I'm saying. And from what you've said, I have learned something, frankly honest, that yes, the media can, put fire into these things. So what I don't understand, and you as a Fulani, please explain to me, why is it that everybody is attacking Fulani? Why? From your own point of view, why is that occurring? I would like to honestly know that.
Yeah, so you see, this tokenism is tokenism is saying, oh, I have a few Fulani friends. The problem is the perception. Whether or not somebody knows a Fulani or doesn't know a Fulani, the problem is perception. And having the correct perception of things is also mainly the responsibility of the person perceiving. The person perceiving needs to perceive the truth. It doesn't matter, usually a perception or mislabeling come from one source, and it can spread to any length. Whether it's the perceivers are Westerners or the perceivers are Nigerians. Oh, you're not watching.
Zan tafi ne okay kana saboda idan ka tafi they will make the
don't do that, please. You speak English, all right?
Excuse me.
What do you mean now? What do you mean? Hello, can I talk?
No, we're talking. We're talking with somebody.
Think again. Think again. I'm sleepy. I want to go and sleep.
No problem, but
so you can control the house so that
okay, please. I want you again. Think again. Please continue.
Now.
Can I hear what
I can do that. Let me
control the account.
I don't know how to unmute everybody, but I can try. Yes.
No, just check. In the back access, but it's a bit difficult.
All right, let me
access, and then we'll know the control, how to control things.
Okay, I'm coming.
Can I ask okay, we'll account and go?
Yeah, nice. Okay, mutin kawo mutum.
Okay, there's no control. The house.
Yeah, even when you guys request, okay, she comes.
No problem. I can do that. I can mute people individually. I don't know. I think I can do it.
Okay, Toshiki, good night, everybody. The speaker, you said the name is.
Good night.
All right, good night, sir. Nice talking to you.
So you see, so like I'm talking about perception, and the problem is every perception can be interrogated to determine whether it's true or false. And falsehood spreads fast. It doesn't matter who believes it, whether it's a Westerner or a local person. We all can be victims of the same narrative, but the truth is, like I'm telling you, is that this is the truth, and you have to consider it as an honest person. And that's why open-mindedness helps, because when you discover there's the flaw in information or thinking, it is a responsibility. It's incumbent on you to embrace the truth.
No,
instead of
what I'm asking Tikinya is that the narrative is so strong worldwide that you said that the media, and I believe that the media could be partaking in this effort to, cause, some of these things. But from your point of view, you said that, that they are all against us, and the narrative is strongly against you. Why is that? Why is everybody against the Fulani?
Because some people have spent effort to promote that narrative, and any narrative that people spend enough effort without sufficient counter reactions, I think can also can grow. Yes, there's feeble responses, counter responses. The feeble responses have not been really amplified. So yes, it's about narratives and counter narratives, and sometimes at the end of the day, the first thing that suffers in sometimes information flow is the truth. That's why I said there's a lot of things that are misperceptions in the world. It's not just about Fulani.
And
Okay, so what I'm thinking now is that then the Fulani have the responsibility to actually counter that narrative, just as if, I as a Nigerian, when I'm in the Western world, the first thing that, a lot of people will think is that Nigeria is a fraudulent country. Nigeria is a scamming country. So for me, it's whose responsibility is it? Is it my responsibility or is it the government's responsibility to avert that? You understand? I try my best to be a good citizen to show that, no, this is not the truth. I try to work hard. I put that perception that no, not every Nigerian is a scam artist. You understand? I have a very, a prosperous business in security, as a matter of fact, that I'm trying to bring into Nigeria. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's really,
I know what you mean. I want to answer that question. You see, it's a responsibility. It's your moral obligation. The responsibility of the government. It is also the moral obligation of the recipients of the perception. Because the Canadians, for example, where you are, need to also be willing to interrogate and only believe the truth. It's everybody's responsibility to read in between the lines. I'm answering somebody. To read in between the lines and arrive at the truth.
We are not able to.
It's not your business to determine whether I'm speaking too long. I'm responding to him. That is respectful. I'm responding to a question. What?
It's okay, Shikawa.
I'll drop you if you will not be patient.
Be patient for me.
Yeah, so you see, it's your responsibility as a citizen to do that. Is the responsibility of the Canadians to be willing to consider and evaluate their thinking. Is the responsibility of government to also launder their image, and each one needs to also, play their role. That's what I think. It's not the responsibility of just one party.
Okay, understood. I'm going to leave the platform for somebody else.
All right. Thank you very much.
Are you satisfied with the response?
I'm satisfied, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope we have really made some progress here.
Good morning. Yes, we have. I think maybe I'll add you and then maybe we can have a discussion.
Yeah, as you go, please, please try to convey the message and communicate enlightenment to others out there for a proper understanding, please.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Thank you, Aero Mystic.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. First of all, I would start with I'm not, and I can never be in support of the awesome unlifing of those individuals, all right? My northern brothers here and the ones not here, I would like to really ask this question. How are you guys sure those individuals that we are unalived are not for the fact that the people that did those stuff, they are not in any position to determine whether they are guilty or not. But how are we sure, or are you guys sure that they are not guilty?
Okay, let me answer this question to you. You see, the responsibility of determining guilt is not reposed in the vigilantes, because everybody, by principle, is innocent until proven guilty, and they have not been proven guilty. And not only is that, after you follow the proper procedure to determine whether somebody is guilty, then the process of judgment is also separate. You see, these people were not, there's no fair hearing. Number one, if somebody commits a crime, which they didn't, if they were apprehended based on a suspicion, they didn't commit a crime, but it was assumed that they are criminals, and if they were apprehended and they were judged and they were executed based on the judgment. So you can see how it's wrong on many levels. So it's not for the person. It's not for the person to or anybody to determine whether he or his party is guilty or innocent. It's for you who are accusing him to determine whether he's guilty or innocent. And it's not even the responsibility or the rights or the vigilantes to determine that. So
you are saying they are innocent, and I would like to know the basis. Honestly, can you please before you allow me just
no, before you talk, let me give you another light, please, so that you can conclude, please. Please, sorry. You see, these people are hunters. They are coming all the way from Port Harcourt. So it's not that, and they are carrying game guns.
Eddie, so before we get there, don't even jump the gun, because the first thing is whether or not whatever they are, it's not the onus on them. It's not on them to prove whether they're innocent or guilty. It's the onus on the people who are accusing them to prove that whether they are guilty, and they have no basis to determine that they are guilty. So it's not for me. It's not for you to look at me and say I'm guilty. Especially when you didn't catch me doing anything. So that's why I told you, if you don't know the principle of law, which says everybody is innocent until guilty, then the conversation is a non-starter. Actually, you need to know that.
Yeah, that's fact. That's the fact. I get your point, Mr. Think again, and you're actually right. But again, those uromi people, I think they've actually suffered a lot in the hands of all these men. And if we have to base them being hunters because of their weapons, then we must be mistaken, because those people that actually perpetrate those hideous crime in those bushes and farms and forests, they don't have sophisticated weapons. They use the normal.
Wait, let's not jump the gun. You're making so many assumptions. You said they have suffered in those people's hands. Who are those people?
Yes. What I'm saying that you might not have suffered, but I have.
No. I'm not arguing about whether they have suffered or not. The question is, who are those people in whose hands they have suffered? I want to take it one step at a time.
Okay. First of all, the people that were unalive. I'm sorry to say.
You see, when you say the people who are unalive, when you say the people who are unalive, you're saying that the people who are alive have actually perpetrated crimes. Or when you say these people, are you saying these people for whom you feel these people represent or belong to?
Well,
that is what they're saying.
Well, the Southerners, the uromi people or the Southerners didn't go over to the north to
no, let's not jump the gun. You're confusing your arguments, and you're losing your logical train of thought.
I'm not confusing them. I'm telling.
Let's not jump the gun. I'm asking you a question before you jump the gun and go to another thing. I'm asking you, who are these people? No, let's answer this. Who are these people that they have suffered in the hands of? I want to establish this. We want to make a logical connection between these people and the people that were unalived.
The people that I strongly feel, I strongly believe the people that were unalived were or are the same people that do commit those crimes.
Oh, you haven't mentioned them yet. You mentioned them now. You can't just be mentioning people. Who are those people?
I've been on this life for some time.
These are concrete people that died. These are not abstracts. They are not alphabets. They are actual people. So who are these people that these people suffered? No. You mentioned it. You should back it up.
No, if I say Fulani Herdsmen, I've been here and I've learned some things over the past few minutes I've been here. I don't want to say Fulani Herdsmen or
no. If that's what you believe, you can say it. If that's what you believe, you can say it. No problem, because at least you have a basis to discuss.
Listen. Can you please listen to me? Can you please listen to me? Pertaining to what you're saying, I don't want to point any fingers on any of the Hausa or Fulani or wherever, or Northerners.
You pointed a finger. You've just not named them. But you pointed a finger.
I don't want to name them because even you can't name them.
If you can't name them, then we have no basis of discussion because these are real people that died.
The media is just saying they are Northerners, they are Hausa, just because they.
Okay. Let me make a deduction. Let me make a deduction from your speech.
How did they know they are Hausa?
No, let's make a deduction.
Do you know them?
Let me make the deduction. I know they are Hausa for sure. If you don't know how to identify Fulani from Hausa, I do, and I know they are Hausa.
Think again, their brothers are there. They came out. Their families are here. They came out. They are from Rano.
community.
Yes, there's a lot of evidence there, Hausa. And you see, we work with evidence, but you don't work with evidence. You're working with sentiments. Yes, that's the difference. You see, these are Hausa people, and what you are trying to say, what I'm deducing from what you are trying to say, because you're not saying it, is that the people in Oromo suffered in the hands of Fulani herdsmen. And the people in Oromo are assuming these people are Fulani herdsmen, and therefore they executed them because they assume they're Fulani herdsmen. The first fact is that they are not Fulani herdsmen, they're Hausa. And that is the problem.
Saying when Hausa don't commit these crimes?
Well, I'm not saying they do or they don't, but you are saying that these people that you think assume, whatever anybody does or doesn't, it doesn't matter. What matters is whether they have done it. And they have not done it. And even the people who executed them did not establish any crime, and they cannot establish any crime. So it is ridiculous for anybody to be making excuses for them under very ridiculous assumptions which cannot be backed by anything. This is pure and simple murder. Murder, gruesome murder by fire.
Is it okay for hunters to travel all the way from the north to south?
Are you talking about what is okay for anybody to travel or versus somebody being killed? Are you going to acknowledge the crime? Are you going to acknowledge the crime first before you start talking about what's okay?
I cannot acknowledge their kind because I don't know them.
You don't know who?
Sorry, I cannot acknowledge.
You don't know the vigilante
because I don't know them.
Because you don't know vigilante, but you know the people who are killed.
Yes, I'm stating that those people that were killed, I don't see any reason why they will claim they are hunters and they will travel from the north to the south with weapons and from the south to the north again with weapons. If you are going for
so what you are doing, you are saying there's wrongdoing, right? There's wrongdoing because they travel with weapons. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying there is possible cause of a crime.
Okay, there's wrongdoing. There's wrongdoing. You assume there's wrongdoing, but you are not acknowledging the crime that is established. That they killed the vigilante killed by fire, but you are acknowledging. You're acknowledging wrongdoing
when I started. I acknowledge because I don't support them being gruesomely killed. I don't acknowledge that fact. But we should not, just because they are nothing else, we'll start.
Let's finish with them one at a time, please. Yes. Okay.
Can I say something?
Yes, I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
No. Okay, so sorry. Wait.
Please, has been there. Please, 30 seconds each. 30 seconds.
Let's Honest finish first. Honest, you have anything to say?
Oh, sorry. Somebody else can continue. Sorry.
No, okay. Let me conclude. Wait, I'm coming. Honest, you see, you need to employ intellectual honesty in your thought and in your speech. The fact is that before the war is that these people were burned alive. That is a fact. You don't speculate on non-facts, things that you don't have evidence, over things that you have evidence. The crime was committed, and the first thing you need to do is to acknowledge the crime and show empathy and know that this is the right thing to do. So for you to try to be making excuses for things that you don't know over the facts you know is very wrong and extremely immoral. Thank you. Okay, what's the next person? Prince, go. Prince.
Please, can you hear me? I'm a moderator. Hold on, quick. I want to ask one quick question before it slips my mind. Honest, can you unmute? Honest, you asked a question. Why will a hunter move from northern Nigeria into southern Nigeria? Right?
Yeah, with weapons.
With weapons. Are they not Nigerians?
They are Nigerians.
Freedom of movement.
Hold on. Think you can please allow me. Are they not Nigerians?
They are.
Are they not allowed to move from one place to another?
Yes, but not with ammunition and weapons.
No. I'm not here to think or to tell you what you want to think. Are they not allowed to move from one place to another?
Without weapons, yeah.
Who told you without weapons? Didn't they have the license?
Where?
So
you
you
see
allow
the
these guys to talk because he's. Why are you people bringing tribalism into this?
What do you mean tribalism?
Why are you facing one person?
No, sorry. I'm being asked a question. Mr.
How?
Wait.
How? Please explain
Sorry.
to me how.
Sorry. You
How?
know why? Because in my own state, I cannot move freely with weapons in my own state.
Do you have the papers?
I don't have the papers.
Okay, exactly. So why would you move freely with weapons when you don't have the papers?
Are you saying these people had their papers and they?
Yes, they have their papers.
Oh, sorry.
And they were hunters, please.
They had the hunter papers. They had the hunter's license. Not only did they have the hunter's license, they had the hunter's papers, the weapons papers, they had everything on them. So you want to tell me they are not allowed to move with those weapons?
But do you know those herdsmen that do perpetrate crimes, they don't move with the cows and the cattle and all that?
I don't want to know what
are not headmen.
Dude, I'm not speaking about the herdsmen here. I don't want to know what the herdsmen do or what the herdsmen does not do. I'm asking you, aren't they allowed to move around with their weapons when they have the necessary documents?
If they have the documents, they are. Yes, I think they are allowed to move with weapons.
They had all the necessary documents.
I can create a weapon.
Shut up, man. Shut up. You're just trying to bring propaganda. Answer the question. Don't add anything on top of it.
Please don't tell me to
don't
shut
add
up.
anything on, no, don't add
or
anything.
any of you, I'm hearing my.
Usually leaving with food for thought. You have raised questions that you need to think about.
Yes.
You've said what you want to say.
No, it's not a think about. He's just trying to bring up propaganda. Answer the question.
Absolutely, you have actually made everything clear, Usually.
Exactly. You've made it clear already. You've answered everything. You don't have to insult me to prove a point. All right?
Because
this is the main issue that's causing issues in Nigeria. You cannot oppress me. You cannot oppress me with you because you're pained now. Because you're pained, you cannot oppress me with you.
Honest. Understand where it's coming from.
I've had pain. Imagine my mom being raped in the bush, and you expect me not to?
Yes, that is your brothers that are doing it. So don't come and put it to your go and investigate. Go and investigate. You come to find out that these are mostly your ethnic is doing that. 80 to 90.
Can I say something?
People. So don't come and say
no, the next person is Prince. The next person is Prince, and after you
guys are not allowing me.
Yes,
sorry, please. Honestly.
Can I say something?
No, young. Let Prince go. Then you will be after him. Okay. Just have a little patience, young.
Him again.
Now,
honest. I know you have learned so much.
I talk now.
Please, I want you to calm down, and I apologize, please, on behalf of whatever you feel hurt. Please, let's calm down. We are trying to preach peace and also to get the right word to get to others, please, to change behavior and communication. Please understand this and let the peace talk. Let the understanding, please, be shared. Neutrality is very key, and let's not be partial in all these things. Let's know the truth and speak the truth as it is, and condemn what is wrong, and also correct the narrative, false narrative in circulation. It's just the message.
He's not trying to.
Yes, I appreciate the fact that we have to have the right narrative and spread it to our neighbors. All right. For the fact I'm an Edo person. All right. If you've been hearing news from Edo State, there's a
honest. Let's let the next person speak.
No,
you
sorry.
Can speak
just give me
on
please.
When it comes around to you again. Let's no, honest, thank you. You can speak again. You can speak again after. Hold on. Honest, please speak.
Just mute. Please.
Prince, speak, please, Prince. Prince,
are you there?
What I want to say here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning.
So I want to say here. Let's judge this thing. Let's say this thing as if it's happened to us. Let's not judge it by tribalism or something. You know.
Exactly.
I don't support the fact that jungle justice were placed on the 16 people's claims to be hunters or whatever. You know. But in everything, there is always process you get. They're supposed to pass through governments, for sure, through police or whatever. But in a country where those things don't work, like police don't work, do their job the way it's supposed to be. That is why I think that is why people do that kind of have to do that kind of thing, you know.
Please,
wait, I'm not finished yet. Wait, let me finish.
Before you go on, please. You call it jungle justice. We are trying to align that comment. It is not a jungle justice because you have not apprehended them on a scene of a crime.
Okay, wait, let me talk.
No crime. So it's not a jungle justice. It's not a justice
let me
done.
talk. Wait,
Yes.
I've not finished. So wait, let me talk. See what happened here. See why I call it jungle justice and why people call it jungle justice is that for some years now, there have been a lot of video. Even this year, there's a lot of viral video seen even in Enugu, some group of, because when you see Fulani, some people can't differentiate Fulani and Hausa. I don't know if you get it.
No, yes.
Only Fulani and Hausas. Me, I know Hausas are some of them are very honest. Even our Igbo brothers, they can't put some of their own brothers in their house, like as a gate man or something, or security. They went far to bring Hausa people and keep it in their house. And they haven't done anything bad since all those things have been happening. So they have been securing them, you know, securing their things, stay in their house. And they treat, our Igbo brothers treat them very well. And they treat our Igbo brothers very well too, you know. I'm not an Edo person. Before you say I'm coming here to side Edo or something, you know. But see what happened here. In all those things, Edo people, Igbo people, Yoruba people can't differentiate Hausa and Fulani. Only them can differentiate themselves. So for those viral videos where some Fulani men have been uprooting people's plants, raping their women, using sticks to put on their private parts and making a video, viral video, to expose that we are Fulani, we are this one.
I did not. No. I'm going to mute you. You're not going to spread this lies and propaganda on this page. That's a lie. That's a big no. Take it in, please. Don't. Don't allow this type of propaganda to be spread here. That's a big fat lie. If you know the truth.
It's not a lie. There's a proof everywhere.
I'm going to
please
share it with us. No.
Exactly. No, who removed him? Oh, sorry. He's saying the truth.